Hey guys, Nishcook here. I want to talk about something I've been playing lately. If you guys saw my latest stream, you know I've been playing Persona 3 Reload. But this video is all about how Persona 3 Reload runs on the Steam Deck. Look, I got it right here. Yes, running on the Steam Deck. And I just want to give you guys my experience with this game on Steam Deck, what my settings are, so if you guys are looking at playing this on Steam Deck, you guys can refer to this video for the right settings to play this game at a smooth, solid frame rate. There are some ups and downs to this experience I've been having. It's been a mostly positive experience, but I want to let you know a few hiccups I've had so you can troubleshoot along the way. And of course, if you like Nintendo JRPGs and Persona, give this video a like and subscribe for more content like this. For more PC games I buy, like especially new PC games, maybe Granblue Fantasy or maybe even Metaphor, depending on how it runs on the deck, I might do some Steam Deck reviews as well. First of all, I want to tell you how I use my Steam Deck. I sort of use it as like a Nintendo Switch. A lot of my Steam games, I play them kind of like a Switch in the sense that if I want to play it here sitting on my desk on my PC, I will play at max settings. But if I want to like move back to my bed or if I want to go out somewhere, I'll play it on the Steam Deck. And it's kind of like how Switch, you can dock and handheld, but when you move from desktop and then get that cloud save over to the Steam Deck, it's not as seamless. So before we go on to the Steam Deck kind of analysis for Persona 3 Reload, I just want to let you guys know my PC is running these specs. It's got a Ryzen 7 5800, I think, processor. It has a NVIDIA RTX 3060 Ti GPU. It has 32 gigs of RAM, and it has a 2 terabyte SSD. I don't think that really matters much, but those are the most important specs that my PC has. And of course, this game is verified on Steam Deck. So whenever I play it on my PC, I play it at max settings, 1440p, 120 FPS, which is the max. Highest settings with reflections on, because you can kind of like add a little bit of ray tracing in there with the PC version and even the PS5 version, I think. So finally, on to the Steam Deck. How do I get this game to run on Steam Deck? Because on the opening night, I played this on PC. I played up till, I think, shortly before the Persona Awakening when Makoto Yuki awakens to Orpheus. Then I moved over to playing it on my Steam Deck on my bed. So I'm going into my Steam Deck right now, and I'm going to System, I'm going to Config, I'm going to Graphics Settings. And right now, what I've done for this game is I've put the graphics quality on custom, rendering scale 100%, shadow quality high, background brightness right in the middle, frame rate at 60 FPS, and here's the big one. Reflections are turned off whenever I put it in Steam Deck mode or whenever I'm playing on the Steam Deck, because sometimes I have reflections on whenever I'm playing on my PC or on desktop. If I move over to the Steam Deck and try to turn those reflections on, the frame rate is going to severely tank. It'll be in the 10s and even below that. Once I was in Polonia Mall and it was running at like 6 to 8 FPS. I was like, this is not what I expected from Persona 3 Reload. And when I have reflections turned off, it is a pretty smooth, pretty good experience, though it's not as smooth of a 60 FPS kind of really smooth, solid, buttery experience as Persona 5 Royal. And to make it even smoother, I've done some tweaks in the Steam Deck menu itself, because, you know, the Steam Deck eats up your battery life like crazy. I usually go for about like 2 or 3 hour sessions with this sometimes. I was out of the house yesterday and I was playing this throughout the day. I had to charge it twice, actually, because I was at someone else's house. But what I've done is if you press the 3 dots button over here and you go over to performance, what I've done is I've used a per game profile here for Persona 3 Reload. I don't know if you can see that. What I've done is I've limited the frame rate and the FPS / refresh rate to 45 Hz. So I'm playing the game at 60 FPS, but the performance and the frame rate and the refresh rate of the Steam Deck itself is capped at 45 to kind of conserve a little bit of battery life. And one more thing I did is I put on a TDP limit and I capped that at 9 watts. So that has helped a lot with battery life and making this game run a little bit more smoother. Of course, I don't get a full 60 FPS by doing that, but 45 FPS is still very good, especially when you're out in like Tatsumi Port Island, Polonia Mall, the dorm. It runs smooth as butter. I will say though, the part in the game which chugs the most and dips in frame rate the most is Tartarus. Tartarus can sometimes go down to 30 FPS or maybe even lower, but it's really not that bad and it is fine for a game that you're playing in handheld. This game is very intensive in some of its animations and graphics and stuff like that, so I don't really mind the frame drops that much, and it's not like egregiously bad. A lot of the time in Tartarus it still maintains 40 to 45 FPS, and it's still a pretty good, smooth experience. I've had no crashes, I've had no like massive dips in the frame rate other than when I've had reflections on. That is the biggest thing you guys should take away from this if you're looking to play this on Steam Deck. Turn reflections off if you're playing on Steam Deck. If you're playing on desktop and you have the specs for it, just go all out like how I do. But if you're playing on Steam Deck, cap it at 60 FPS, do those things in the Steam Deck menu to conserve battery, and the most important thing is turn off reflections. Because sometimes what's annoying is sometimes if I switch from desktop to Steam Deck, it doesn't remember some of the settings I put on Steam Deck, and sometimes it uses the desktop settings, even though before I load my save file, I go into the config menu, put it down to 60 FPS, turn off reflections, I load the game, I do some things, go outside, go to Tartarus, and then for some reason it turns on reflections again for some reason. So keep an eye out on your settings. If it's tanking for some reason, go back in there and make sure everything looks exactly like how I showed you in this. Unfortunately, I couldn't capture many good clips of me playing this game on the deck, so what I have on my camera will have to do, because I use the Decky Recorder plugin to record some gameplay, and that just really messed up, and it has like green flickering bars everywhere, which I'm very upset about. I need to go back and see how to like fix that and see if there's any updates on that. So stay tuned for maybe some Steam Deck gameplay of Persona 3 Reload in the future. But one last thing I want to talk about in this video before I close out is how this game is designed to be played in handheld. Because if you guys remember when Persona 5 Royal went multi-platform, everyone was like, get it on Switch, play it on Switch, it is the game to play on Switch, it's the game to play on handheld. So when I got the Steam Deck, I was like, Persona 3 Reload, no PS5 version, I'm getting on Steam Deck so I can play it handheld natively and not with the PlayStation Portal. No, I don't want to stream this game, I want to play it natively. And that's what the Steam Deck is giving me, because this game is not on the Switch, might be on the Switch too. Persona games are very long, but they're also kind of like designed to be played in that handheld setting. For example, like I might be doing something throughout the day on my PC or on my laptop, but if I have a quick break, I want to like get in some gaming, I just pull the game up on my Steam Deck. And because it has a suspend feature, I can just pick up right where I left off without even closing out of the game. Because what I've noticed with playing video games nowadays is, since I'm getting busier and busier and busier, I hate being locked down to like the couch in front of my PS5 or on this PC in front of my like big monitor and playing games for long periods of time. If I have like time in between other tasks throughout the day or before eating a meal or whatever, I might just get in like half an hour, 45 minutes on the Steam Deck, put it in suspend mode, put it in the case, leave it for later, and just play a bit before I go to bed or something. Like, playing in short chunks throughout the day feels a little better, and it's so perfect for RPGs and JRPGs specifically, because if there's a time where I don't really want to do much in Persona, I don't feel like doing something very story heavy, maybe I might throw on a podcast by one of my favorite YouTubers and just grind out in Tartarus. So it's a very, very great game to play on the Steam Deck, and that's why I chose to get it on Steam, so I have the option to play it in handheld. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about Persona 3 Reload, and are you playing it on the Steam Deck? Have you, like, tried it out on the Steam Deck? Have you had any issues? And if you have had any issues, make sure to do the settings that I've showed you in this video, and it might elevate your experience a little bit more. And I mean, PC gaming involves a lot of tinkering here and there, so if you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. I'll hopefully be able to answer in the best way that I can with the best of my knowledge. So let me know in the comments below your experience with Persona 3 Reload so far, and be on the lookout for more content on this game soon. I think this Friday will mark 1 week since the game has come out. I might do like a first impressions, first week with the game kind of mini review. But anyways, this is Nishquick signing off. Have a great day. Go play some great games today, like Persona 3 Reload on the Steam Deck. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one later. Hey guys, this is Nishquick. Thank you so much for watching that video, and if you enjoyed it, check out these two videos on the left, and if you aren't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button on the way out? I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and see you later.